The fear of rejection rarely begins with the possibility of someone simply saying no. Its deeper roots often develop from earlier experiences in which rejection became associated with shame, abandonment, humiliation, loneliness, or a loss of belonging. When a person repeatedly experiences criticism, exclusion, inconsistent affection, emotional neglect, betrayal, or conditional acceptance, the mind can begin learning that being rejected is not merely disappointing, but dangerous to emotional security. Over time, the possibility of rejection becomes something that must be prevented at all costs. The person may carefully monitor how they speak, dress, behave, communicate, and express their needs because they believe one wrong move could cause someone to withdraw. They may avoid initiating relationships, expressing romantic interest, asking for opportunities, sharing opinions, or revealing vulnerabilities. Others may respond by becoming excessively agreeable, constantly seeking reassurance, or changing themselves to match what they believe others want. Beneath these behaviors is often a powerful psychological question about worth. The person is not simply wondering whether someone will accept them. They are unconsciously wondering what rejection would prove about who they are. If rejection is interpreted as evidence of being unattractive, inadequate, unlovable, boring, unsuccessful, or fundamentally flawed, even a small social disappointment can become emotionally overwhelming. The mind then treats avoidance as protection. If you never reveal yourself, you cannot be rejected. If you never ask, you cannot hear no. If you never become vulnerable, nobody can discover what you fear is unacceptable. The deeper psychology of rejection fear involves the confusion between incompatibility and inadequacy. Not every person will appreciate the same qualities, want the same relationship, or respond positively to the same personality. Yet an insecure mind can interpret another person's lack of interest as a universal judgment. One person's preference becomes a statement about your entire identity. This creates a cycle of avoidance, temporary safety, and long-term limitation. By avoiding rejection, the person also avoids opportunities for intimacy, growth, achievement, and authentic self-expression. The mind becomes protected from pain, but also protected from possibility. Fear of rejection can also create behaviors that unintentionally produce emotional distance. Constant reassurance seeking, excessive accommodation, jealousy, or emotional withdrawal can place pressure on relationships, creating instability where the person originally feared it. Healing begins by separating rejection from personal worth. Being rejected does not automatically mean that you are inadequate. Sometimes it means that two people are incompatible. Sometimes timing is wrong. Sometimes another person's needs are different. Sometimes an opportunity simply goes to someone else. Even when personal mistakes contribute to rejection, the lesson should concern behavior rather than identity. A psychologically secure person can hear no without turning it into a permanent verdict on the self. Developing this security requires gradually becoming willing to experience manageable rejection instead of organizing life around avoiding it. It means expressing an opinion even when someone may disagree, setting a boundary even when another person may dislike it, pursuing an opportunity even when failure is possible, and allowing yourself to be known without demanding universal approval. The deepest freedom comes when rejection is no longer interpreted as the destruction of belonging. You can be rejected by one person and still remain worthy of connection. You can lose one opportunity and still possess potential. You can disappoint someone and still remain a good person. You do not need to become universally acceptable to become secure. You need to trust that rejection may hurt, but it does not have the power to define your entire identity.